Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello, welcome to the Popternative podcast. This is the podcast where we have digital discussions in the worlds of pop culture, TV, film, social media, everything really depending on the guest. We talk about it all. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis, and on Twitter you know me as PD Beats. You'll recognize my guest from All That on Nickelodeon. We're with Aria Brooks. Aria, welcome to Popternative.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So when did you decide that acting was something you wanted to do?
Well, when I was a lot younger, both of my parents, they are performance arts teachers. So I always just grew up in their classrooms and I took it all in, and you never really noticed that you learn something and you pick something up until you do it. So I knew I wanted to perform when I was in their band room and taking local music, musical theater classes and stuff like that.
No, absolutely. And people will recognize you from All That on Nickelodeon. All That has been around for quite some time, different seasons, different cast members. Did you do a lot of research on previous All That kind of seasons and skits before you kind of got the role?
Yeah, the second I got the role, my mom was freaking out. She was like, "Oh my gosh, it's All That," because she grew up on it. And I watched some old All That sketches and some new clips, and I actually kind of already knew what it was because I'd heard of All That before I found out that I got the audition. So it was just, I had to do a lot of research and look up a bunch of sketches.
It was pretty cool because it's always been kind of categorized as, the kid-friendly version of Saturday Night Live because it's essentially skits. What are some of your favorite skits that you were able to do on All That?
Well, some of my favorite skits, I really enjoyed doing Tashley. It was one of my favorites. When I had to do my research to watch some of their sketches, it was one of my favorites, instantly. I really like all of the baby sketches because those are really, really cool. And a sketch that's coming on, today's Friday. Yeah, the sketch that's coming on tomorrow on Saturday is a DJ Salad story sketch, which I really, really love. I'm really excited for because I got to play Rihanna, which is my first celebrity character. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a lot of celebrity characters on past seasons of All That as well, or kind of different versions. I remember when I used to watch All That, they used to make fun of, well, not make fun of, but it was a parody of Harry Potter. And I remember things like that. Are there any things that you kind of want to parody? Looking forward, looking for the next couple of seasons, is there any skit that you kind of want to do?
Well, I kind of want to do I don't want to specific character impersonations. I'm working at them because that's not my specialty, but some that I'm really looking forward to. I want to try and do things characters a personal trainer or of something a little bit more specific. And then I also want to do song parodies. Those would be really fun. I already did one, so I'd like to do more as the years go by.
No, for sure. There's obviously writers on All That, but does the cast have some kind of ideas that they're allowed to kind of throw to the writers as well? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, a lot. We always pitch to the writers and say, "Oh, we had an idea for a sketch that we could do about this," and it doesn't even have to be developed or anything. We could just tell them, "Hey, I thought of this cool idea," and a lot of times they may put it down. The Rihanna, I sent them an email. I was like, "It would be cool if I did a Rihanna sketch," and they put her in the sketch or in the script the week after, I think. So we do get to pitch to them a lot and tell them our ideas. We do get to improv a lot too.
Besides all that, there's also some other things that you've kind of worked on in the last couple of years as well. So you've been pretty busy as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And it's Harriet and Dolly Parton, those were my first big projects. And once Harriet happened, everything else just kind of came right after.
Talk a little bit about those two projects.
Well, they were a lot of fun. They were my first SAG project. So Harriet was my first feature film. And it was a lot of fun to work on. Everyone was really, really nice. And I think it was a great first feature film for me. It was a lot of fun. And then Dolly Parton was my first Netflix series. So that one was really fun. And I got to guest star on one of the episodes. So that was really, really cool to get all the screen time that I got. And it was just a really great experience.
And with this quarantine, there's a lot of time to kind of watch a lot of different things right now. What are you watching on Netflix these days?
Well, I'm kind of at a shortage of things to watch because I've seen a lot of things. See, I didn't suspect this quarantine thing to happen, so I was kind of like, I got all these shows and I watched them. I tried to hurry up and get through them. I should have waited and then waited till now to finish them. So I'm trying to like watch brat shows, like brat shows on YouTube. Those are pretty interesting to me, and rewatching shows that I watched before that were really good because that's all I can really do right now. I don't have anything.
As someone who acts, what do you think about all the different platforms and streaming services out there for actors like yourself?
I think I'm really glad that it's opening up. So it just gives actors a lot more opportunities to put themselves out there and get experience and live their dreams because that's essentially why I'm an actor because I love doing what I do. So since there's not just one big streaming platform that everyone's competing for, it just thins out the competition a little bit and there's a higher chance of you getting opportunities, which I think is a really great experience for people.
And speaking of opportunities, all that was obviously a big opportunity. You know, the show got nominated for a Kids' Choice Award, which
That
is
was
awesome.
yeah.
What was that? What was going through your mind when you and the cast found out that you guys were nominated?
Well, we didn't all find it at the same time. Like our talent, someone who's over Nickelodeon talent, she came to my room and she was like, "So we got nominated for a Kids' Choice Award," and I flipped out. It was so crazy, and all the cast didn't find out at the same time, so I didn't see everyone's reaction. But the next day, that's all we could talk about the whole day. We were voting all throughout school. We were just so excited.
At a young age, you've accomplished a lot, but you've also been able to kind of go to a lot of really cool events at a young age. How has that been for you so far?
It's been I feel like I'm starting to adapt to the circumstances, but like, I feel like at my first event I was fangirling really hard. Like I like all the premieres that I've gone to and the press that I've done. It's just not only am I really grateful, and it's kind of hard to believe like, oh, this is a movie premiere. Like saying those words is crazy, but it's just I've met a lot of people that I'm really glad that I got to meet, and it's really cool.
No, absolutely. Besides acting, what are kind of some hobbies for Aria Brooks? Like, what do you do? Do you play any sports? Are you into music? Anything else like that?
Well, you definitely don't want to see me playing any sports, but do enjoy writing songs and like scripts. So I enjoy writing a lot because that's a way for me to like express myself. I love music. So because my both my parents they were music teachers and my mom she was actually my music teacher for a few years. So I music is just everywhere in my life. So I sing a lot, I dance a lot, and I love baking. So that's something that I like to do, and I love making TikToks.
Yeah, TikTok is becoming very popular. The thing though
Take-
you have to understand though is I compared it a little bit to Vine. You remember Vine?
I feel like it's the modern day version of Vine. I That's what a lot of people are making like conspiracy theories about it.
Well, there's not as much. There wasn't that much dancing on Vine. I feel like TikTok and dancing are becoming like a thing.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok started off as it was transitioning from what it used to be, and then I feel like TikTok is kind of like it has the really funny side and the really active dancing, singing talent side of it. So, or like the showing off your talents on TikTok. So I feel like you get the best of both worlds on TikTok. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, just because both of them I think are really great apps.
Aria, you mentioned that you like to write and you do some music stuff aside on top of the acting. How important is it to be well-rounded and wear many hats in the entertainment industry?
Well, I think it's really, really important. I think it's best to use all of your talents because when you showcase your talents, it can get you in the door. So if you're an actor and you're struggling to book auditions and or even get the auditions, but you're also a really good singer, that singing gets you in the door. Like you can use your singing talents or even guitar talents, whatever you may have, to get you in the door. People are looking at you, you're building your brand, and you can also say, "Hey, I'm an actor too," and it'll help you a lot, and it makes you more marketable when you have more talents and you utilize them.
Absolutely. And obviously social media is being used a lot. You mentioned TikTok and Instagram as well. Do you find it kind of difficult sometimes, as a young actor to balance everything, like balance social media, balancing your work, balancing school? Like it must be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I think it can be a lot. I feel like social media, I feel like it can be a task. It's like a full-time job, so you have to really monitor
Yep.
and like make sure you're posting the right things. It's a lot, but I do think that it you just really have to focus on what's most important. So if you need to take a quick Instagram break to catch up with school, then you have to do that because I think you have to make sure everything is balanced. So it does get like pretty hard sometimes, but I just need to find like the balance in my life. And sometimes I just need to step away from all of it, or else I can be really overwhelmed.
No, absolutely. So obviously, the quarantine has paused a lot of stuff, but what's next for Aria Brooks? Do you have any projects that you completed that are coming out soon? What's next for you in the next couple of months?
Well, there are definitely more All That episodes, but I don't have any other projects that I was working on. So I am trying to just build myself from my own bedroom. So I've been trying to do some like interviews and podcasts, things like this. And then I've been working on writing more music because I released 2 songs and they were like a year ago or a little over a year ago. And they did pretty well. So I'm trying to release an album this year and I'm getting tracks and learning how to make tracks myself. So that's what I've been working on.
No,
Like,
absolutely. Well, Aria, thank you so much for joining me on Popternative to chat. I really appreciate it.
no problem. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with everything?
Well, all of my social media is at It's Aria Brooks. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube.
And they can watch all that on Nickelodeon, correct?
Yes, they can. Saturdays, Nickelodeon.
Very, very cool. Well, thank you so much and all the best with your future endeavors as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative. For previous episodes, be sure to catch Aria Brooks and the rest of the cast and all that, which is on Nickelodeon. And until next time, this is Aria Brooks and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.